Hello and welcome back to Showdown. This is BioEnchanted, and today we'll be going through the penultimate main level, Vicky Strikes Back.
What's wrong with this stupid thing? Where's the babysitter channel? There's a special on humiliation techniques I want to see.
Are aliens real? Possibly not. But that won't stop another highly improbable exploration of scientific fact on Are We Alone?
Ooh, aliens! Now what? Timmy Turner, if this is some stupid game, I'll make you scrub the bathroom with a toothbrush while wearing a dress. And I'll take pictures!
What is the matter, oh most evil space queen?
Huh? You're that foreign exchange student from Europe. Am I in Europe?
You are within your very own humongous and gargantuan space palace, the seat of your universal empire, from which you rule absolutely everything.
Really? Cool.
Correction, nearly everything, Empress Vicky. Only one tiny planet resists your steely grip. The planet Earth. It is time. Begin charging your invincible babysitter ray.
Okay.
Only one hero is capable of saving the Earth from Space Empress Vicky's dastardly babysitter ray, and that hero is...
Me?
I like that little transition there with him. He's just, me? That's really cute.
Well, here we are on Vicky's evil planet, light years away from home.
Well, at least you're dressed for it.
The right clothing is vital in space. It can be chilly.
Yes, thanks for the crash suit, guys. But now what?
You're in a TV show, right?
That's right, Cosmo. Weird TV magic has made this space show into reality. And Vicky has been cast as the villain, which is kind of appropriate.
And Timmy has seen plenty of space shows on TV, right?
I love space shows. Pow, pow, perish alien scum.
So you know exactly what to do.
He does?
Eat protein cubes, beam up, beam down, get messy in trash compactors, make noises, rescue sisters you didn't know you had, and head for the space palace.
Gee, thanks for the help, Cosmo. It all sounds so straightforward now.
This level's quite interesting, but it's also quite a pain to 100%, so this episode is very, very, very heavily edited. It was about an hour and 25 minutes before I cut it down to 55 minutes, because there's so much of getting lost and like not remembering where some things were that I was looking for, that kind of thing. We're going to explore out here later, because we can't really do much out here right now. We don't really have much by way of movement, so we can't really get anywhere. So instead of wasting our time, let's at least go over here and just like get an idea of how this area is laid out. We can move on to, I don't know why they're saying it's Vicky's evil planet when it's Mark's, but you know.
This on her babysitter money.
It's just a TV show, Timmy.
How do we get inside?
No problem, Cosmo. If TV is to be believed, and who doesn't believe in TV? Space palaces always have secret underground entrances.
But this is basically, I believe this is supposed to be Mesopotamia. I'm not entirely certain, but it's very likely given the architecture and the fact that Mark's here. Either that or an asteroid probably in the vicinity of it. One thing that's quite interesting as well is how this level came about.
Vicky's evil space palace.
That's great. Why are we here?
Well, we really just want the mooncalf milk that Vicky stole.
Well, and while we're here, we may as well foil her dastardly plans to babysit the entire Earth.
You see, we actually have got two different two different TV levels so far.
It should've.
I guess we should expect lasers in an evil space palace.
Yeah, I'm gonna die here a lot, so this is very, very heavily edited, because I'm very bad at this level. It's got a lot of bottomless pits, and a lot of other things like that that just kill you. But yeah, like, the very first level that was this kind of level was with Timmy's father, in which, for some reason, like, when the TV magic went off, it, pulled him into a sort of permanent dream state that was based on the TV he was watching. Not particularly useful. I'm kind of, it leaves kind of curious what they were actually going for there. But this particular version of the TV magic seems a lot more useful. After all, it has pulled Vicky into the TV show, instead of just being the TV show into her head. So this is a very subtle, also major difference in how this particular magic works. And that's going to be very important later on. Now just bear that in mind, that obviously this is... whatever the villain's planning, it's obvious he's not quite got it down yet, because he's got a lot of very, very distinct differences between how the spell works. So it's obvious he's kind of just messing around with it and seeing what happens. I quite like the idea of that.
What'll it be? Protein cube insertion unit, in-helmet surround sound stereo, microwave boot warmer?
There's one thing that every space hero needs, guys. I wish for a jetpack.
Oh, good choice!
Wow, my back is turbocharged!
When you activate the jetpack, it'll whoosh you up in the air for a little while.
And if its fuel pods are punctured, it'll explode so quickly you won't feel a thing.
I quite like the idea of that, that essentially this isn't really a villain who knows exactly what he's doing, it's a villain who, as the game will explicitly mention towards the end, is actually a villain who knows what he's trying to do. And we'll see that later on, but...
Plus, we saw... Wow! Great special effects!
But it's something that... I'm just going to say this out right now, it's something that hasn't been done before. So the reason the spells are so different between the levels is basically because the villain's trying to do a particular thing. He's just failing multiple times trying to figure out how to make it work.
I saw a smell-o-vision special on the Weird Science Channel.
So, that corridor has Eugonium in it. What's Eugonium?
It's not found on Earth. It's a gas that becomes solid when exposed to gamma rays.
It looks like that's the route to the palace, but we shouldn't go down there until we make a wish, Timmy. Weird alien
I fell in
gas
this
might
room a
have
lot.
all sorts of effects on you.
I fell in this level a lot. So yeah, it's a lot of cutting out me falling and dying, and a lot of just embarrassing failures. And there's a lot of coins just kind of in the middle of space, like in this room, where it's like not a particular path to take to get all the coins. You just have to kind of keep going between the platforms until you hit on a coin. And it's a little annoying to explore this level, even though it's a really interesting level, because there's so many individual coins just all over the place, little bitty collectibles that don't really have any path between them. And it's a really annoying thing to have to deal with. Because you end up, well, unlike a lot of levels where it's like you can often have like, oh, I've got 5 coins left, must be in one particular place. In this level, if you have 5 coins left at the end of it to get, they're probably scattered all over the place.
My TV show's come to see me. This is a transporter hub.
Do we need to transport?
No, Cosmo, but we do need to collect that wish star.
I also do like that we see different areas of the space station here as well, or the moon station, or the palace, whatever it's supposed to actually be. Palace, rather. Like, it gives it a good sense of purpose, like it's actually here to do something, because it has all these rooms that have explicit purposes, like a transporter hub, and things like that. Found that quite interesting.
1001! No, the robot's not listening!
That's a cute gag with one to try and speak binary, I like that. Oh no. There we go. But yeah, unlike in the previous game, we actually got... I know that was in this game, I'm an idiot, but... Unlike in the Crimson Chin level with the, yeah, I just grabbed a bunch of those coins, but they're just round the edges. You don't want to see me waiting for the platform to get to each coin. Because you can't really go between the platforms very effectively. You'd have to go against them, and that would still take forever. Because trying to go with the flow, you just end up the platform moving away from you as fast as you can move towards it, and you just fall. But yeah, I kind of temporarily forgot which Crimson Chin level I was talking about there. But like, it's a lot more freedom that you're given compared to the Crimson Chin level in this game with the glider, because you can kind of use the jetpack to go wherever you can actually reach. Which means it can put things in more interesting places as well, and I quite like that. Because there are a lot of these platforms that, like, in this room especially, there's a lot of these platforms that you can reach, but in a lot of cases, some of them have things in them, but some of them don't. It kind of seems kind of arbitrary which ones have stuff in them and which don't, but it gives it a good sense of exploration that you can actually get to all of these big blue transport tube things. Elevators, maybe? Yeah, we're trying to go over there right now. So yeah, it gives the room a sense of purpose, the fact that you can actually get to these areas as well, and they're not just there for background. I also quite like that it's also a dock. You can see all these ships just kind of hanging out in the room, because of course it's a transport hub. It's not just the elevators to all parts of the palace. It's also a garage, basically. I like the idea of that. It's a pretty interesting bit of world building. Oh dear. Yeah, that could have been bad. Let's go for the next one. Can't reach much yet. There's actually something secret in this room that I didn't know was here yet. We'll get to that later on in the video. But also, we can't get it yet anyway, but yeah.
Come to Cosmo, little star!
I mean, it's still a very video gamey area because of all the big floating platforms everywhere. I mean, this would be a nightmare to navigate, but yeah, that's what the teleporter is for.
Big stars would be easier to find in space.
Annoyingly, the teleporter seems to only work one way. I'm not sure if that's an oversight, but the teleporter only seems to work to get you back down again. I've never been able to take the teleporter back up, which is really annoying for coming back to these rooms. You're probably supposed to, but it just never worked for me. But here, as we try and get over to that thing over there, but it's way too far away, and that was not going to work out, so...
Let's just check down here. No bad idea.
I'm just making sure I haven't missed anything. That's why I'm going the long way back down again. So let's grab this coin, because this would be annoying to forget. I quite like the chill, spacey music in this area, though. I've got little guitar chords and things. Can't remember if there was anything in here. I don't believe there was. Oh, there was actually a thing in here. I'm glad I went over here then. But that's this room pretty thoroughly explored for now, as much as we can do anyway. Let's go back to that central area and fall down a lot of pits trying to get to the other side of it. Oops. Oh, damn. Why?
You're not pushing right.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. But I kind of managed to salvage that one. This one, however, I got a little bit hubris.
Easier.
Yeah, those floating mine things are kind of annoying because I keep kind of forgetting they're there, and that's just my own fault. That really, purely my own fault. The lasers are kind of interesting because you can kind of like just kind of sneak under them, but if you're not careful you can just end up flying straight into them, and you often will do exactly that. Well, I will often do exactly that. I'm bad at this level, and because of how scattered all the collectibles are, it makes it a little annoying to remember where you've actually been. But here's a really cool room.
A humongous mining robot. I'm guessing this mine's the fuel for Vicky's ultimate weapon.
How do you know these things?
It's a boy thing, Wanda. We're born knowing about robots.
And there, right at the top, another star.
This is a particularly cool secret in this room. I quite like this secret. These panels, and yeah, the lightning under the drill and the exhaust doesn't actually hurt you at all. One of these panels is actually open. So let's head into the belly of the mining machine, shall we? And there's our big secret for the level. I like that one, it's pretty cool.
It's a passport to the magic of Hollywood. Kinda.
And yeah, we'll be showing those off later on, but they are clips from the show, so they'll probably get copyright strikes, or might actually not, because they're just kind of clips from the show. Like, one of them is, and they're not even really relevant to the game as well. Like, one of them is just like the fight when Timmy's father becomes a pro wrestler on the episode where he wishes his father had a cool job. This is just that thing with the pencil pusher versus the big guy. But that's what the movie clips are, they're just clips from the Tell Your Parents show that will probably get the copyright struck, so I think I'm fine. You get the idea. I'll show off the stickers though, those are cool. Yeah, so we can have a little bit of trouble climbing it, because even though the arrows do point you where to go, and it's kind of a big loop, there are parts of it that can be a little annoying to climb, like where it starts moving further to the top. Obviously this is the only way up, but we want to get some more coins first. Let's get to the next tier, shall we? So this is the scrub tier. Yeah, here I thought we could get somewhere, but we couldn't, so I cut out me failing to get somewhere. We can get there later up in this area from a different perspective though, just not from here. And of course we have a lot of little coins here to pick up. So let's just cut past all that, shall we? So many slow moving platforms in this level. It's a cool level, but these are kind of a drag. Because you can't really effectively go against the flow without just being pulled in the right direction and not actually going anywhere, and not actually approaching the next point. And you can't really go with the flow, jumping from the platform, because they move about the same speed as you do, I think. So you just end up like falling off, basically. Let's go to these smaller platforms now, shall we? Oh yeah. Let's just fill in a loose end though first. Oh yeah. I quite like the Star Trek-y kind of music as well, but that's kind of cute. Like it's a much slower paced version of the original Star Trek theme. Let's get up this central pillar, shall we? Yeah, I wanted to make the joke a bit more explicit this time. Thanks for that one, though. Couldn't have got the joke without you. Like it just happens to be no windows facing directly towards him, so we just can't see you wandering around the outside of his ship. His mining drill, rather. Unfortunately, we can't really get up. There's not really much up here, which is a shame, because that would have been a fun place to put a secret, to put something up there. This one of these coins is annoying because I just missed one of these coins. And that's going to be really annoying to get later on.
The Eugonium problem.
The weird space gas Cosmo detected in that corridor?
That's right. If I remember correctly, and it would be a first, gamma rays make Eugonium become solid.
That's good.
Of course. You can't walk on a Eugonium floor unless it's solid.
Okay then. I wish for gamma rays.
1 bucket of gamma rays coming up.
That doesn't sound safe, Cosmo. I have a better idea.
Wow, you modified my suit to give off gamma rays when I want it to.
That's right. And the shielding inside the suit will protect you from side effects and traces of nuts.
Good thing fairies aren't affected by harmful radiation. That's why we don't tan.
Dr. Tim Turner, bathed in gamma rays, turns into the whole alien glamorous. I quite like it in this level. Cosmo gets to be the expert as well, like he gets to know what's going on. I quite like anything generally in which the stupid character gets to be the smart one for a change. It's always fun for me, that kind of thing. It's always kind of nice to give them a moment in the limelight where they get to actually know what they're talking about for a change. Because it helps them feel like a part of the team as well, helps them remember why they're useful. There's another cute variation of that later on as well in the same level, which one of the reasons I really like this level is because Cosmo's allowed to have some really good ideas during it that the characters go with. He's not just there to be the stupid one in this level. He actually contributes meaningfully. But now we have the gamma ray thing and the jetpack, we can actually explore fully out here. Let's do so, shall we? Of course, I will miss two things, which is really annoying. Like 2 coins are basically in a crevice that I don't see. I'll have to come back for those at the end of the video. It's annoying. This area is annoying to navigate because it's just a load of like jumping puzzles to get to different platforms and stuff. It's stuff like this. This is one of these that I missed because it's right behind one of the other rocks on the other side of the area. It's very easy to miss stuff in this area, and it takes a long time to explore it because it's just a big purple mound of platforms. But while it's a cool idea in theory to be able to explore the planet of Eupatamia, it's just not really much here to explore. It's just kind of a canyon, and that's about it. I mean, it's kind of okay trying to figure out like how to get to different platforms. It's kind of fun in its own way. It's kind of a puzzle, this area, and there's one area where you actually have to use Eugonium, but we'll see that when we see it. Like, he's obviously still going for something here, though. It's just, yeah, it makes it annoying to actually deal with. I do like the evil space palace is a slightly different colour to everything else though. Yeah, I wasn't sure if there's a going in here because there's a massive gap, but there isn't. Let's just try and make the gap, make the jump, shall we? Without, oops! Forgot to equip the jetpack again. I'm a boob. There we go. Now let's do it properly, shall we? Ooh, just made it. Yeah, this has got a lot of jumps like that where you can just make it places. I like this kind of like music, this triumphant music they play sometimes. That's a nice bit of music. Doesn't seem to have any rhyme or reason for when it plays, but it's a neat track. Yeah, the next level's a lot less annoying to explore because it's a lot more contained and the collectibles are actually laid out in a kind of path formation, so you can actually like know where they are in relation to each other. It's got its own gimmicks, but we'll see that when we see it. That could have been bad. Yeah, that's where the Uranium is between those presents. So we're gonna have to go over there, by that spaceship area. Dock thing. So why I'm going for dock thing, it's a dock. It's a spaceship dock, I think. At least it looks like one. Might just be a display area. I don't know how Uranium works. Uranium works, rather. Ugopotamia, I mean. And that ship could just be on display, I don't know. It could be like a little, hey, cool, this is an old model ship from about 20 years ago, from the first Ugopotamian to get off the planet. Yay! Or it might not be, I don't know. They don't really go into Ugopotamia much, except for the fact that they're like opposite humans and just as stupid. So here's the Ugopotamium in action. Ugonium, I mean, rather. One thing I don't like though is that haze that the gamma rays put on the screen. It's visually annoying.
Is there any bubblegum?
It just kind of makes you feel a little motion sick. So let's turn that off, shall we? There's a lot of these individual coins in these little craters as well, which is just a nightmare to remember which ones you've got. It's like, come on, what are you doing to me, mate? Silly. Stop being silly. Yeah, the coins I miss are directly below me right there. To be fair though, you'll see why I missed them when we pick them up later, because my goodness, they're annoying. And yeah, that's a bad camera thing there. The pictures kind of blur into each other at that angle, so it looks like there was a platform there when there wasn't, so I could have just walked straight into the pit there. This is just me second guessing myself, because I have a feeling I've forgotten something, and I have, I just don't know what it is yet. But I guess we can call that dramatic irony. Let's finally move on, shall we, to the actual next area, and not see me falling here a billion times again. Let's use Ugonium, shall we?
I smell Ugonium! Or is it yogurt?
Activate your gamma suit, Timmy, and let's find out!
But yeah, the Ugonium can be very, very easy to fall off of because it's very small squares and they don't quite, like they kind of show up very...
A huge door! Behind glass! I bet Vicky's hiding there!
Interesting. There must be a way.
They show up in very
around
short
the
notice.
We should explore.
First of all though, let's get this done over here, shall we? Let's see what we can pick up at the shop. Something very useful that I've been wanting for a bit. And now we can actually pick it up.
This helps you find crown coins.
That's what we want. We can get that one later. We want the crown coin finder because it'll make exploring a lot less annoying.
If you're having
Okay, it's yours now.
And there's the radar actually working. We can see the coins showing up on the radar now, which is very useful to know.
And what are these? These gadgets, they remind me of something.
What is it, sweetie?
I remembered! It's a pinballistic velocitizer!
Pinball what?
It launches pinballistic ejectile podules. It's a transport device!
If we wished for one of these podules, could we use it?
Maybe that would help us explore. Cosmo, how do you know about this stuff?
Oh, I watch a lot of science shows on TV. They soothe me.
When do you watch all these shows?
When I can't sleep because I'm watching TV.
That's what I really like on this level, the fact that he understands fully the implementations and perspectives of the pinballistic velocitizer, I was just really excited to actually know what these things are and how to interact with them. Like, he's able to give a very useful bit of input there.
100
From a character that's normally basically useless. These rooms are really annoying to navigate because the coins are all just kind of scattered all over the place, and the Ugonium follows a very specific path. So I fall here a lot because it's very easy to accidentally move in like a slight angle and just drop right off the thing. This is just me showing a complete path by editing out all the failed ones on these paths. So the coins, just know that I get the coins that are in this room. They're just all over the place and it's just annoying to navigate. There we go, that's this leg and now this leg too. I like that the music is kind of distorted though in the Ugonium, in the Gamma view. That's kind of cute. Like, you can just about hear the music playing in the background. And there's all the coins. Yeah, this one Ugonium's annoying. Now I can't actually see the previous platform, I can only have to just know where it actually is. There we go. So let's just get to that star, shall we? These rooms are kind of annoying. Because the Ugonium's kind of hard to get the hang of. Especially if you end up moving too quickly like I often do, because often I get kind of impatient in these rooms.
Wait! Come back!
And yeah, now the Ugonium's moving. So this room gets quite difficult from this point on. Well, these rooms rather. Because now the Ugonium can move! And we have platforms that can fall out from under you. They're basically making very good use of this gimmick, and I quite like that. There's a lot of, like, variations on the gimmick, and that's something I appreciate.
Except maybe down there.
Yeah, now we have to do it at speed. Fun!
Come here, Wish!
There we go.
We have 2/3 of a constellation. Whatever that is.
Time for the final one of these rooms. Want the coins is basically just a matter of follow the path I take because it will take you to the coins.
Except maybe down there.
These rooms are fairly basic when it comes to layout. Not really much of a maze, it's just more of a path to dead ends. Which I know kind of what a maze is, but you know what I mean. Yeah, that's a moving single platform, that's mean. Because you can't see it. It's like, come on, don't be a jerk. After the final one of these runs, the force fields. Barely made it that time.
Decided we need one of those doohickeys from TV.
Ooh, a pinballistic ejectile podule.
It would help if I knew what that was.
I trust Cosmo, Wanda. I wish for a PEP.
I'm so happy.
It's a big ball that I go inside of?
It's not quite what I expected.
It's fantastic. You'll love it. It's resistant to everyday knocks and shocks.
So, what do we do with it?
You can roll around in it for fun, and wherever we find a pinballistic velocitizer driver, we can fire you at high speed into stuff.
Great!
I like the PED, it's a cute gimmick. And it's kind of fun in practice as well, because it's got kind of a... the whole pinball thing's kind of fun. But of course we have to steer it properly. But of course now we actually have the PED, there's some of the things we can pick up as well, in this room particularly. Now we have this shortcut we can take.
Another sticker for your album.
But that's really all we can do here right now that I need to do. So let's come back here, shall we? Just want to take care of that. So let's steer the ball properly, because of course these are bumpers. So of course we need to get them arranged properly. There we go. Because of course we need to hit that big red button. A lot of coursing going on in this level because it's fairly intuitive with how these gadgets work. This one's fairly intuitive. Anyway, get the tube and
Dangerous!
I got the audio cue as well, and the music that comes with the PED. It's just a cute gadget, and I like it. Again, I also quite like that Cosmo gets to be the expert in this one as well. And also with the pinball thing, you actually move fairly quickly.
That's right. I'm guessing it's a pinballistic velocitizer calibration array.
Cosmo! Are you making this up?
Yes!
I have an idea. I'll explore, and I'll talk to you guys if I can't figure things out myself.
And then I'll make up more stuff.
Are you just making this up? Yes! While he's just messing around for a bit, it actually is he's still right about what it is and its function. He's just kind of like, some of the rooms he's just kind of guessing at their function, but it's an educated guess. He's not just saying random things, it's an actual educated guess. He knows it's associated with pinballs, of course he understands that it must be related to the PED somehow. And so he just makes something about related to that, and it's a fairly cute idea, I quite like that. Of course he has a fairly mildly complex one. Let's get everything lined up properly. So of course here, we can't just go straight because that's a slight offset. So what we actually need to do is we need to use the curve of that back wall. That's already pointing the right way, but that back wall over there is what we need to use. That tube is just for the coins. Once I've made sure that I've got this all set up correctly, we'll then actually do this puzzle. Finish the room. There we go. I kind of like that the tracks open when you go through different tracks as well. It's kind of realistic for the way pinball machines tend to work. Like certain doors opening because you've actually done the thing. Of course you have a lot of coins to pick up. And we have a few other things we can do here, so let's deal with that, shall we? This is a lot more basic than it seems. It seemed like it was part of the puzzle, it's really not. You just come through the thing and get the things. Those little railings as well, they remind me of marble ones. Which are a cute toy that I used to have when I was a kid. There's like these little like, sort of like building blocks, but they're like these, it kind of like build little tracks and stuff like that. Then you put a marble in it and it goes down the track, and it's a very cute thing. There some really elaborate ones with some pieces. And then people have worked out to make some really elaborate stuff out of Kinects with them as well, and those marble ones are awesome. They call them ball machines because they have like actual automated parts, like moving elevators and stuff to get the balls where they need to be. And half of them are automated and they're pretty neat. And they have like ridiculous things like Dragon Fire. I really like those ball machines, they're fun. They're found on Instructables.com with how to build them and stuff like that, with very kind of vague instructions, but the instructions are still kind of there. Of course we have a large amount of buttons to press in this room, but also we have a large amount of coins to pick up and collectibles too. Because these local areas are stationary, we can actually go around them more effectively as well. Those are quite the big central apparatus, that's a pretty cool thing as well to play with. This room's just generally kind of neat and I quite like it. But it's also where the coin radar comes in really handy. Yeah, of course each side of the room has one of these to drop down, which gives us some stuff. go to the rest of these coins, shall we? On the way to the next one. There's like pinball machine kind of thing as well, it's kind of fun. Of course, I now think I have everything up there. Just want to make sure that we're going around here like this. So this basically is me going around the outside one more time, so I can just check if there's any missing coins that I can see, but I can't. So I think we've got everything here. Just about. I'm just making absolutely certain. But also, only 30 crowns to go. $20 of them in one place, but we'll see that later on. For now, let's finish doing all these switches and stuff, shall we? Now we've explored the room, we can actually do the puzzle in it. It's a very basic puzzle, but it still requires some thought, so I don't mind it. I quite like how it gets more and more complex as it opens these gates, that's the neat thing. Not the last button, I think. It's a very basic puzzle, but it's kind of a fun one. It's an interesting little mechanic as well. Now we've finally done that, we can get to the next room. So I think people makes it move a lot faster as well, so you can just navigate the level really quickly. And now we're behind the glass.
Here we are, behind glass.
I'm pretty. I deserve to be displayed.
So how do we open Vicky's evil space door?
We need power, Timmy. Small, portable power cells.
And where do we find those?
You can buy them in stores, but on Earth, not in space.
On the other hand, Cosmo or I should shrink to tiny size, infiltrate the high-tech systems here, and swipe a few from Vicky.
That sounds like a good plan.
Who's gonna do it? Me? Wanda? Me? Wanda?
Wanda got the first time we were doing brain surgery, but he seems to know his stuff here, so let's go for him in space, because he seems to know what he's talking about in this level. We'll give him a chance to play. We actually get everything in this first pass this time as well. I mean, it's visually the same to what it's like in that neocortex apparently, but yeah, there you go. I quite like all the ship parts and everything floating around and things like that.
Boy, we have a lot of ground.
I bet there are 20 more to find here in space.
Of course, the whole idea of this level is you were meant to have come here with 180 crowns. So it's meant to be the last 20 in this area. But of course I screwed that up, so... nearly done here now. There we have it.
We did it! Go berries!
Now we can use
Now we have 6 coins to go.
Evil space door.
Now to foil Vicky's evil plans and save the Earth from babysittery doom.
And retrieve
Not yet,
the
Timmy.
moon
We have
cat milk.
6
You
coins
mean
to
for
get.
good reason? All right!
Yeah, it was me checking on I had to go look online to look where the last card was, because I'd forgotten this particular path was here. And if it was big enough, it would have taken me forever to find this thing. But of course, here we have the last card, and half of the last 3 coins. 3 coins left in the entire level.
Jump higher, or dead.
One of them's here, of course, the one we missed last time, which is annoying, but fine. There we go. And now the last 2, which are on the surface, in a really stupid place. I'm just being salty, but it's right over here, behind these big pillar things, hidden really well. Cheeky, but there we go. Now we have completely got everything in the level. So let's finally go back to Vicky's doors and do the boss, shall we? Now we actually have everything we need. Of course, each of the last few hundred coins, and now we have 200 coins left over, with the final upgrade in the shop being 500 coins. So of course we only have 1 more level after this to go.
Vicky!
It's an interesting one.
Mark! Oh wait, it's me.
Why are you here, Timmy Turner? And why are you wearing that ridiculous outfit? I intend to stop your evil plans, Vicky! So there!
Oh, great queen of all that is, was, and will be, shall I activate the lasers?
Good idea, weird European kid. We'll hold him up until my babysitter Ray is fully charged. Lasers? I've seen lasers. Too many lasers, actually. But they won't stop me!
This boss is kind of neat. I like the theme. It has the boss theme, it's good music. I quite like that there's the heavy bass and everything like that, all the sci-fi noises. It's just a really fun theme to fight
Keep
to.
hitting the switches! Something good is bound to happen!
And of course it's right easy right now because there's no gaps. That's going to change. But the overall kind of way of damaging her doesn't really change. It's just a matter of it gets harder each time, like of course you'd expect it to. Of course, we hit 3 switches, we spawn one of those when we get into PvP and do our thing.
Twerp! How dare you!
The lasers! I cannot control them!
And now we're actually starting to run low on uranium, because now these lasers are actually permanently destroying it. So of course, as the fight goes on, the holes in the uranium layer will get bigger and bigger and bigger and harder to predict and harder to navigate. Which is fine, this is a decent way of introducing further challenge. You just have to pay close attention to how you're moving. Because you end up with a big hole like that right in the middle of the whole thing, and if you fall down the hole, you have to start the whole cycle again. Because the switches undo themselves if you fall down the hole, which is always annoying. But at least we have infinite tries pretty much, so it's fine. But this part of the music's really good as well, I really like this part. The arpeggios, it's really good though. I like that part where it just goes to scales, that's fun. The holes are getting bigger, but 2 more sets of buttons to press. This is probably the best fight in the game though, I really like this fight. And that's the annoying part, now we have to do all 3 switches again and they're no longer in a nice, easy arc. Oh, careful. Got very lucky there. Okay, now we have to go past the starting area to... Oops. Oh, fine. Well, at least now we can do the arc backwards. That's fine. Getting a little ahead of yourself, aren't you, Vicky? Dumb. Well, yeah, I get quite bad at the later phases. I have to start remembering to move slowly for this part. Because I don't really have to worry about the lasers too much, they're fairly slow. And Mark only fires them very infrequently, really, in short bursts. As long as you're a little bit ahead, you're fine. One more time.
I'll make your life a misery.
Quite you can actually see where the holes are though, or where they will end up being, because you can see that you're going to be exploding. Last button if I can avoid falling. Like an idiot. There we go. Let's get back, shall we? Without falling. Oop. Careful. There we go. And the fight is officially over.
Truly, the Earth Warrior is mighty!
Truly, the Earth Warrior is an irritating twerp! How am I going to rule the Earth now? Stop the Babysitter Ray countdown, Vicky! The jig's up! This is so irritating. The Ray's charge meter only shows 6%. Aren't you supposed to wait until it's practically finished before you burst in and ruin my plans? Lesser heroes, maybe. But Crash Nebula believes in efficiency. I really hate you, Timmy Turner. Well, I guess this is the end of the show.
Keep watching the skies!
Now I got milk. Hi guys, check it out. Save the world again.
It's a good habit to get into.
Where are we? What are these weird words?
Credits, Cosmo, remember? The TV magic made Vicky's space show into reality.
It's all the fault of whoever stole the royal jewel.
I get it. And the show ended when we won, so the credits roll. No? Ooh, they're making me dizzy.
We should get out of here before the commercials start then.
I like that one, put the kettle on. That's a very British joke. And I will see you in the next level. Goodbye.